All right, now for the next part, I'm going to show you how to draw a 3/4 angle block. The 3/4 angle block needs to merge towards the vanishing point, and drawing a 3/4 angle block, this is the grade slip here, and area number 2, worth up to 20 points, it's going to ask if you drew a 3/4 angle block. Now there's a right way and a wrong way of doing this, so I'm going to show you how to get it started, and here we go. This is how it should begin. We got ourselves a rectangle. Notice that the rectangle is coming off of the very outside edge of the sidewalk, and the bottom of that rectangle, because again a rectangle has 4 sides, the bottom of that rectangle is horizontal. It's horizontal as compared to the first horizontal line that you drew. And the one top corner is going to get a guide, and you can see where the ruler is lined that up with the vanishing point. You want to line a guideline up from the top corner to the vanishing point, so we get something that looks like this. So here we go. All right. I'm going to take my ruler here, and off of the side, the outside edge of the sidewalk, I'm going to lay my ruler in there in this horizontal fashion. Now take a look, everybody. Here is my first horizontal line. Here is my ruler. When compared between the two, it's very even and parallel. Draw the rectangle just like you see here, all right? I'm going to turn my ruler so it's straight up and down in a vertical fashion. I'm looking at the edge of my paper. Now look, right now that's going to be a crooked line. That's slanted. But when I hold my ruler in a vertical fashion and I compare my ruler, I compare that edge to the edge of my paper, I can see that it's straight. That means I'm going to draw a straight vertical line. I'm going to do that on both sides. Again, I'm lining my ruler up and I'm looking at the edge of the paper so that I get myself a nice vertical line. Got a little bit of a leftover there. Now, do you see this part right here? That is leftover from our first horizontal line, and we don't want buildings that look see-through, because buildings in real life, they're solid objects. So since I have the building over part of that, that view is going to be obscured to the viewer. You're not going to be able to see it. Here we have our first vertical block, or soon-to-be block. It's not going to become a form until we have length times width times height. And that's what we learned in our unit of space. So here I have one of the corners, and I'm lining it up with the vanishing point. And I'm going to draw a guideline. A guideline should be drawn very lightly, because parts of those guidelines we're going to erase. So here we have it, a guideline. Now, to make it a 3/4 angle block, once again, I'm going to take my ruler, and I'm going to draw another vertical line. Now, if I wanted a really wide building, maybe it's going to be down here, this wide end of the building facing the street. Maybe I want a skinny building, and I can make it skinny by bringing it closer to the side of the rectangle. I'm going to be kind of like in the middle of the road, I think, and I'm going to draw myself a vertical line once more. This part of the building, I'm going to erase it so that it takes on the illusion that it's a solid object. And this leftover line right here, we're going to erase that, okay? So when you get to the packet, it's going to ask you to erase the parts of the guidelines that you don't need. So here we go. I'm going to erase the leftover guideline that I no longer need, but you need that guideline because look right here. Do you see this? This is going to show the angle, the correct angle, as it merges towards the vanishing point, okay? All right, we got ourselves a building. Now, what you're going to do is this. You're going to repeat that process on the other side of the street, just like you see here. When we were over here, we started from the outside edge of the sidewalk. On this side of the street, we're going to draw from the outside edge of the sidewalk. Make sure you have a horizontal line for the bottom. When compared to the horizontal line that you first drew, you can see the horizontal, and we have two vertical lines, and of course a horizontal line on the top. When we're done, we're going to give it a guide that goes to the vanishing point. So here we go. I'm going to start off with my ruler once more. I'm going to draw myself a guide. I'm sorry, we're going to draw the base of the building, what will become the building. Another vertical line. Again, compare your ruler to the edge of the paper so that you don't make crooked lines. There we go. And of course, the top of that rectangle or square. There you have it. Erase away part of that horizontal line which you no longer need. And you're going to take this corner, connect it to the vanishing point, give yourself a guide. See that? And then I'm going to include another vertical line, which becomes the side of the building. All right? And you can see how this is going to become a 3/4 angle block alongside the road. Erase away your leftover horizontal line here and the leftover guideline. Now, this is a 3/4 angle block, both here and here. A 3/4 angle block is called a 3/4 angle block because we have 1, 2, 3 vertical lines to make a 3D block or a 3/4 angle block. 3 vertical lines, that's the reason it's called a 3/4 angle block. Now, until we add some interior detail, it's really just a block. It won't become a building until you add the windows and the other things that we would normally see on a building. But for this end of the tutorial, you want to just make sure that you're starting off drawing a rectangle first. When you're done, take your pencil, line it up to the vanishing point, and you're going to draw a guide to the vanishing point. Draw a third vertical line and erase away the leftover guide that you do not need. Remember, 3 vertical lines, 1, 2, 3 vertical lines are needed to make a 3/4 angle block as you see here. So, when you have a rectangle drawn like you see here, after you get done drawing the rectangle, draw a guide to the vanishing point so that you get a 3/4 angle block building.